arrived at last. Good. Each of you has seen things no mind is meant to endure. You've struggled against the power of Sith dead for centuries. If you are not willing to face the darkness again, leave now, and I will forget your existence.
I'll fight the whole galaxy if I have to.
I'll take that as assent. 1,000 years ago, the planet Athiss held the sanctum of Vodal Kresh, greatest of the Sith alchemists. Vodal was a mad savant who bred a race of slaves devoted to his glory. His hunger and spite were endless, and when he died, the Emperor declared Athiss forbidden.
Forbidding dangerous knowledge isn't the Sith way. What did the Emperor think would happen?
As I said, Vodal was spiteful, and had many servants. In defeat, his followers might spread chaos to the galaxy. 2 days ago, we detected a signal from Athiss's surface. We believe a Republic survey party landed and disturbed the ruins. Something is stirring on the planet. Whether it's idiot explorers or Vodal's mad legacy, it cannot be allowed to escape.
If I help you, I'll need to study the teachings of this savant.
Your eagerness is understandable, but be cautious. Go to Athiss, eliminate whatever prowls Vodal's sanctum, and remove the scriptures he left behind. Let none of Vodal's power fall into enemy hands. Stop them from unleashing something uncontrollable.
Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and head in here. Here's our healing Sith Sorcerer to join us. How are you, Side Stripes?
I am fantastic.
Oh dear. An elevator is supposed to come up here. We just jump in, I guess.
Yeah, the other one's broken. You have to kind of free fall. Don't fall all the way. Or you can. I'll just res you.
I'd rather live, but that's just me.
689 Mark 1. I don't know who's hearing this.
Okay, so our first objective here is to open the sealed door. Oh, so we're gonna get this on. This is the last day of the beta. This is it. Do you expect any kind of events to happen for us, Side Stripes?
Nope.
You don't think so? I'm hoping for an event to come forward.
I've never been around when they've ended, but I guess it is a common thing that it's something they normally do.
Would be nice if we got a little present to go away with. Of course, for many of us, just being in the beta was a gift enough. So we're gonna grab these explosives here. I think I'll wait for the tank to do something. Or the Marauder, that works. I really do wish the one mechanic that the bounty hunter tank class has is he has a guard mechanic he can throw on a single individual to reduce their threat generated and pass that threat over to him. I really wish I could get that right. instance video we did on this channel when I did Hammer Station, and I learned the unfortunate consequences of freely using chain lightning as much as I want on groups. Destructively dangerous it can actually be.
Well, you know what they say. CC is a crutch.
You see what's that? I just want to shock everything through it. Closes here. Oh, there wasn't an earth-shattering kaboom.
Come for us.
Oh wait, there it was.
They try to make converts. They worship some
A
sort of
little
Sith
late on the
legend.
uptake, not too bad.
I have to go.
Did your chain lightning just make it?
Yes, it did.
That's
Yes,
kind
it
of
did.
interesting.
I love chain lightning, but there is no ability that I have loved more. Apologies for my voice, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I'm recovering from having completely lost my voice during this weekend's beta.
Is it because you kept yelling out, chain lightning?
If only there was that good of a reason. Unfortunately, it was a combination of just having done a lot of emotional work in the past couple weeks and getting mildly ill.
The Republic
Really is
sent
no
us to this
epic reason,
planet to learn,
sadly.
to see, and we have seen so much. We hear his voice in our minds.
It would be nice if I had some kind of epic story, like I had to, you know, hop into Skyrim in real life, and sadly, no.
And you thumed too much?
I over-thumificated. I still look like we got our first boss here. This is Professor Arsha?
Sure.
I know the perfect way to start this piece of combat. Okay, so we're throwing a blaster icon above someone's head. That's the marker system for SWTOR. It's different basic kinds of objects. Like there's a crosshairs over the
A rescue mission? A cleanup crew? No matter. You will embrace his word, as we did.
Or it's not gonna go. One key mechanic that you're gonna need to make sure to use as you're leveling as an Inquisitor, if you're going to Sorcerer, your lightning strikes, can be talented to give you a force regen buff. That is vital for any kind of major boss fight. You need to make sure you're keeping force up. Because if you don't, and your force starts dropping, all of a sudden you have an emergency, maybe you have to throw a heal or something, your force is next to jack and shit. You don't have the ability to throw out those heals and save the group. I mean, your Sorcerer specialization may be specifically for damage, but at the same time, I have a heal button. As you can see, as you get 9 slots, I have them on my bars. I do use them every so often. I just don't do it as a main spec because of how inefficient it is. Whereas with your Sorcerer side stripe, you're specifically spec for healing, and as such, your heals are a lot more efficient than mine, correct?
Yes. They actually complement each other once you learn further heals. Like, for instance, not too far into the spec, you know, because I'm only in level 25, but once you get deeper into the tree, you get a renew type heal. It's not the strongest type of heal, but it's always good to have a little renew ticking, but it acts as a buffer for your other heals. So when you cast it, you get you know, it gives you a small buff to choose a other type of heal that you want with a benefit of, you know, difference. So, and with stuff like that...
we have a video coming up here, so let's listen and look at.
Actually, this one doesn't have any dialogue.
At all. Alright, so you were saying, as we all, of course, vote to destroy the damn beacons.
Yes, of course.
Well, 2 people voted on side stripes.
Oh, my finger slipped. Whoops. Oh well.
I'll kill you later. Oh, so you were saying about your silly heels.
They're silly, that's all. I haven't experimented enough to really know what the best way to keep mana up is, but I guess it's an Inquisitor talent. I'm not sure if it's a Sorcerer talent where you can siphon your own health for force.
That is specifically Sorcerer.
Okay. Well, that's usually how I end up keeping my mana up in long boss fight, where I just make sure that I, you know, plan my next heals to be crits so I can, you know, gain rather than lose because of the force regen debuff that you use every time. That seems to be what I do, and it works.
Okay. I'm very grateful for the bonus to lightning strikes. It's very useful for when you're in that longer fight, like the last boss fight in this instance. It's a bit of a long fight. Now, you have the opportunity to really utilize a lot of your advanced mechanics during it because of the length of it. If you don't use your lightning strikes properly to keep your force regen going, all of a sudden, you know, halfway, a third of the way through the fight, you're getting pretty low on force. That's also one of those fights where sometimes I may have to assist in healing, or I have to throw out some of my electricity bubbles.
One of the mechanics of that last fight is interesting because there's a debuff that he'll put on people that does a massive amount of damage, but unfortunately Sorcerers don't get Purge, which removes, you know, a couple of debuffs on a friendly target until like level, I think 23 or 4, which is well above this instance recommendation. So it's kind of strange that they would put something like that, but then not give you an ability to remove it until a much higher level, unless another class has something like that.
I'm sure another class has an ability to.
Because it was actually quite hard to heal through, because it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I've gotten into the habit of making sure I always keep my personal electricity bubble up during that devastating that debuff can be.
And that's probably what it is. People need to play a little more smart. It's not like where you just get to go and mindlessly do whatever you want, and other people are gonna, you know, just be expected to take care of you.
This flashpoint is a bit of a stupid check. Making sure people are keeping up on things, they're advancing in their classes, they know what they're doing with their classes. This flashpoint is a little difficult for when you're just moving through things. It's not Hammer Station. It's not, okay, let's go through this, kill everything, and be done with it.
Especially with the next one. The
the
flashpoint after this, that was very difficult.
I believe that's Mandalorian Raids, right?
Yes.
Scratched the surface of it with a group, but the group ended up breaking up because we had a marauder in it that was being an absolute dirtbag. Which, honestly, I don't get. Not only is it not productive to be insulting and harsh towards people when they don't really deserve it, like if someone's being a complete moron and refusing to accept information, I might be able to understand it, but he was being an absolute dirtbag, and it wasn't getting anything done either.
But they know everything. Even though it's beta.
Because we all clearly have been playing this game a long time and we'll should know everything about what's going on.
Yeah, one of the hardest part on that Flashpoint is the second to last group bosses, which is like a 4-on-4 deathmatch where each one you kill makes the last three, last two, last one standing stronger and stronger. So you have to really put in some thought in a kill order and decide what your group, tactics should be, because depending on the last one that's alive, it changes completely and it becomes a whole boss fight all by itself once again. So it's a really hard dynamic. Like, we had to switch it around a couple of times just to figure out what we could actually handle, because it was very difficult. It was one of those. It was an amazing fight. It was one of those fights where everyone just really had to pull their own weight and use every trick they have just to kind of get by and survive. Because some of them aren't tankable. Ones are force leaping all over the place, attacking random people. It was really awesome.
All right, here we are at the Beast of Vodal Kresh. He's a big one. I need not say. He's a large creature.
That's what she said.
I'm going to go super awesome. Target DPS. Now, the Inquisitor gets quite a few bonuses when it comes to its hard single target damage outputs. Specifically bonuses to Force Lightning, to debuffs, and oh my god, I'm getting my facey. Ow! That was a bad idea on my part. I should probably stop DPM now. It might be for the best.
You're fine.
Okay, and here's that I'm fine. I guess I'm going DPSing.
Well, I'm not fine.
I don't believe any of us are fine right now. One of our tanks actually tanking. As I said, we have a power tech tank.
Uh-oh.
I'm just getting my face beat.
Me too. Mr. Tank.
You know, I will say this. The Sith Sorcerer does not have a tank spec. It has a DPS and a heal spec. Did you get thrown off there?
No. Almost, no. And there you go.
Oh great, the Marauder has threat now.
Oh my god, they're just like ignoring those whatever these things are.
Well, the tank is trying to deal with those guys, but, you know, in all honesty, the DPS should just be burning down those ads.
Yeah, but this is more fun. Epic.
With all due respect, I'm dead. This is not any fun. Oh dear, they got knocked down.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Let us return to Medical Center. Okay, so for first wipe on video, that's certainly good to note. There'll be plenty. It's part of the attraction.
Oh God. You know, I might have been able to finish him off, but I guess him falling down set off a chain reaction in the whole Flashpoint. Now there's random trash, and now I'm dead. Okay.
You get friends.
Yes.
Happen. Friends do happen every so often. I am concerned, though, about the power tech and whether or not he's going to hold threat on the actual boss, because that's what killed us there, to be completely honest.
I suppose we were goofing around a little too much.
Oh, we were fine for the most part. The tank needs to hold the threat on the very large, very angry creature that was eating me the entire time.
Oh no, you were actually pretty durable. I didn't really have too hard of a time keeping you up, but I kept having ads on me as well from all the healing.
Yeah, and if I don't have the boss on me, I can easily take. Got a patrol over here. Silver though, we should be fine. This place is a little maze-like, and I keep seeing doors off to the left and right side. Kind of curious what's all in those. Part of me is like, I don't want to deal with that right now. People on the left side of my screen right now, there is a door off to the far side. Kind of curious what that goes to.
I think also with the different professions that you have, sometimes it opens up like shortcuts in Flashpoints. I'm not sure.
Yes, we'll actually see
okay.
one of the. We'll see one of those in the near future here if we can kill this this very large green thing. People might have noticed that there has been a little bit of ability queue hiccuping on my end of things as Sidestripe gets charged for massive damage. I'm curious, Sidestripe, if there's been any issues with ability queuing on your end of things.
Like queuing, you mean like going from one ability to another, or? Yeah,
like minor hiccups in time between when your abilities actually set.
I have noticed something. In fact, there's like I was talking about with my heals before. When I cast one type, it gives me a buff, and because there's a queue, I can actually cast it twice and get the buff. That's the benefit from the buff twice in a row, even though it's only once, just because there's like that little second of like just lag or execution. And also, it seems like the server reacts to your button press rather than the animation. So it's like sometimes things would die before the animation would kind of even start because the game had already registered that I had cast this and it had hit and it had killed the target. It would still continue the animation, but it's something just a little weird like that.
Yeah.
I also seem to notice it in the creatures and NPCs and such as well. It makes kiting very easy. Because there's this little extra second of lag where they kind of decide where you are, where to go, and what to do.
Yeah, one thing I actually really enjoyed during this patch was they added a slowing effect to the force lightning. It now slows hostile targets down by 50%. Heavy armor, poor armor. Yeah, he's a mercenary. He's not a power. Of course, he rolled neat on it as he should. That's very clearly mercenary bounty hunter armor in general. As we discussed on this YouTube channel, I believe that was last week. Nobunaga and the rest of us had a short discussion on gear, as this video that was, but it's pretty clear, it's pretty obvious what classes get what gear, and if someone's taking the wrong gear, it's really hard to make that mistake unless you play this game ever. You're introduced to what your primary stats are within the first 10 to 15 minutes of playing the game. You get your first pieces of green, you get to see exactly what stats you're getting out of gear from quests and whatnot. It's pretty obvious. Here is one of those speedy ways to get to the next boss. We need someone who has archaeology very high.
And perhaps we don't.
No, sadly not. That's a quick way to the it looks like we gotta go the long way.
I thought a mercenary was a DPS.
Mercenary can be either DPS or tech.
Ah, okay. Then what's a power tech?
Power tech is heals or honestly, I keep there's a lot of good. Have that. These mobs can be a bit of a pain. Sorcerer, what? Still in that. Goodness. Is one ability, the dot that we get, the quick dot that we get, Affliction, actually gets a lot of pretty ding. A lot of major buffs. Our DPS rotation. Specifically is Affliction as an ability. Whenever it crits, the Sith Sorcerer is Force Lightning sped up by 50%, and you attack much faster, but you do all the same damage. Very nice way to just give a big boost to the amount of damage you're doing for a These Temple Guardians take forever just to drop. They're meant to be the stupid check mobs for the last boss here, coming up shortly. Ooh.
Well, where the hell did he go? Uh-oh, evade. Aww. Look what you did.
Pleasantly tell Sonoran that I'm in fact not a tank. I thought it was obvious, but that's just me.
Well, he is not using his threat generation quote stance or whatever you want to call it. I don't see it, at least on him. I know I have seen it before. I forgot what it was called, but
Well,
like
I just informed him of your revelation just now, so hopefully. Well, he's only aggro now, so he must have gotten to his next stand.
no, not yet. Oh, I don't remember there being this many. I guess, oh, because we don't, last time I took the shortcut, that's why.
This also is a very good time to show the issue of when you are trying to play a class, but you did not pick the spec to go along with what you're trying to do. The problem here is that he has chosen mercenary, but apparently power tech is the tanking class because he was mercenary. I assumed that was the tanking class instead. He does not have access to the tanking stance.
So yeah, that makes sense because I've only healed power techs and juggernauts, and yeah, that's it actually.
I have had no experience with this really is my first experience with having a bounty hunter tank.
I don't think he doesn't do too bad as long as he can get started, I guess. Perhaps that's why he's a little squishier than usual, I guess.
It's kind of sad because as people saw on my screen just now, I didn't use my dots at all. I just did basic direct damage. I can only assume that if I did go all out and actually did do my full rotation, it wouldn't be a threat contest. I would pull it almost flawlessly. Do not stand in the bad. Here we are nearing the last boss. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a tricky one, though. We're going to have to wait until that Pat comes around. I mean, side stripes, as the healer, does the tank having a lack of a tank stance worry you for this last boss?
No, not really, because the boss really does not do much damage at all as a boss. His debuff is what's really... Oh, and what's going on here?
Unfortunately, we had a bit of an aggro issue.
Has been waiting for you. He will take your bodies and your ship. The galaxy.
Oh, pick something. Uh-oh.
Figure out what's going on here.
And there he goes. Yeah, I guess he didn't realize that these two actually come at the same time once you pull one. There's no pulling one and then leaving the other one over on the other side.
Correct, and there is that Pat you have to deal with as well that we...
And like most flashpoints, I don't believe you can reset mobs inside them.
Willing to try, but I doubt it.
Unless you can find some place to jump. And there I go.
Maybe the stairs will give us some benefit. Nope. Stairs did not help us this time. Men's clothes hanger impacts behind us.
But anyway, as I was saying before we got murdered, I'm not worried about the last boss because he actually doesn't do great physical damage. It's all the damage is pretty much from the dot and running from the fire orbs when he disappears. So we'll see if people are smart enough to move and not stand in the fire. Because last I checked, fire's still hot.
It is in fact hot. You are correct in that that analysis. Might actually be a benefit to us, to be honest. As you mentioned, he doesn't put out a lot of direct damage. Perhaps the additional damage bonus of having a mercenary will make things a little easier on us. I think I'm in combat. Yes, I'm in combat.
Yeah, I guess they pulled. I must have lagged because it just sprinted towards me. And apparently when you pull something, it puts everyone in combat. Which is a shame because now you're not running fast.
Correct. That takes care of that pad at least, hopefully.
So I'm gonna take control and just CC one right off the bat, because I like being able to do that.
That is very nice.
It's great being able to CC as a healer, which I know you can too as well, but I'm glad it's just a sorcerer ability. And unlike most of the other CCs, its Mars is very obvious.
It's actually not even just a sorcerer, it's an Inquisitor ability in general.
Oh really? I thought, oh, you're right, but being an Inquisitor makes it actually last a long time, correct?
Yes. Inquisitor increases the time in which the debuff actually lasts from 8 seconds, it's either 6 or 8 seconds, to a full minute.
Which is exactly the cooldown.
Yeah, it goes from being, why the hell would I ever use this, to, hey, this is an immensely useful crowd control ability. People can see my screen. I have stopped caring about whether or not I am tanking. I'm going to kill as fast as I can.
Yes, they die a lot faster that way.
Defense rating on those Inquisitor leggings. Part of me thinks I should take them. Yes, I think I should use those, but I'm going to hit green instead because I'm not a douche. Most of the time. A little bit of the time. Kind of curious why those hangers are being thrown around behind me. Currently be exploring this as soon as we're recording this video. Okay, so here's our Prophet of Vodal, or whatever the hell he's called, last boss here. Going in.
The Lord of Heart and I.
I do believe we're going to want to spread out because of that debuff. Taking the damage pretty darn well.
Fools! How could you hope to challenge us?
I might not have explored it enough, but it's really hard to see debuffs, especially on party members.
Okay, so here's a big mechanic here. Someone has a soul debuff on them, where these little fires are attracted to, and if they touch the person, they will do a lot of damage. I'm just gonna go. Oh god, why am I tanking? Oh no! Oh, not again!
Oh, and he decides to stand in the fire. And you can see that it almost killed him.
Yes, on that side, Taranthus. Nearly fucking awesome. Well, we can certainly say this without a doubt that the Sith Inquisitor, if properly dealt with, can in fact tank. it's Eva.
You are nothing here.
Oh, looks like it's you, Sidestripes.
Oh noes. Quick, save me. I'll stand right here.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to. I don't know.
Feel the wrath of Bodal Kred.
Unless you happen to disagree with that sentence.
No, not at all. Except that, I mean, I guess he gets a new ability after being in combat for so long. But still not bad at all.
Once again, I believe the Marauder. No, the power tech. Again, he just has to play keep away. It's not a big deal. Back. I should be able to finish him up on this round if he killed himself. One thing I will point out, this is actually the second time I've ran this place. The first time, my force wasn't holding at all. I have gotten a couple pieces of upgrades, including a chest piece off this boss. If you'll notice, I've been doing a good job of making sure I have lightning strike regen bumped up, but my force is actually holding up very well. Here, at 1 or 2 levels, makes a world of difference, an absolute immense world of difference. Boss goes down, and we are done. A blaster pistol and a heavy armor headgear piece.
Both look like they're from mercenaries too.
Yes,
or
they are.
bounty hunters.
Commendation as well. Grab the artifacts, and we're done. Now, another nifty thing that in this patch, in this latest patch they put in, was the exit area button. It allows you to just leave the instance and go back to the entrance.
This is actually kind of a disappointing instance because there's only 2 bosses that I just realized. I thought maybe I had missed something at the beginning. I wonder if there's some. Well, don't other flashpoints? I'm sorry, I called it instance. Other flashpoints, don't they have like at least 3 or 4? Did we?
Those...
Oh no, we killed 3. Never mind.
Yeah.
Right. I got hung up on that second boss, I guess. Just ignore me.
So we're gonna get our debrief from the boss himself.
This is Viken Space Dock to Darth Malchus. I have the artifacts of Vodal Kresh.
Then you possess all that remains of the Dark Lord. Whatever happened down there will not repeat itself. My augurs for the final destruction of Vodal's spirit.
A being capable of commanding armies from beyond death. Remarkable.
Yet he fell in the end. As to the artifacts, the Dark Council will choose whether to destroy Vodal's work. I would see his name wiped from our history. There is no place for Sith Lords who place themselves above the Empire, not among the living or the dead.
Any true Sith would place himself above the Empire given the chance.
The Empire endures. Well-known Sith are doomed. We are done for now. Rest, and know you have done the Emperor's will.